what the heck is creatine and what does it actually do? And more importantly, when should you take it? That's exactly what we're going to go over today. This is a beginner's guide to taking creatine. We'll go over how it works, the perks of taking it, when to take it, how much to take, and the type of creatine you should buy. Let's get started. First things first, what actually is creatine? Well, it's a naturally occurring compound that's found in your muscles that helps regenerate ATP. Now, ATP is the main energy source during short bursts of activity, especially during high-intensity activity like sprinting, lifting heavy weights, and even more so during explosive reps like when you're doing plyometrics or Olympic lifts. Your muscles store most of this creatine, and you can increase your muscle creatine content by about 20 to 40% just by eating more meat. But you can also supplement with creatine to get the same effect. So what does creatine do? Creatine increases the amount of phosphocreatine stored in your muscles, which increases your capacity to regenerate ATP from phosphocreatine. So it essentially acts as a rechargeable battery for your muscles that are used for short bursts of energy. If you're involved in any sort of resistance training or sprinting, creatine can be beneficial because it helps you perform at a higher level. This can lead to increased power output and performance. So you'll be able to lift heavier or perform more reps, which can lead to more muscle growth. And because creatine helps you train harder and recover faster between sets, you'll be able to get more volume in per workout. More volume generally leads to more growth. And one of the more commonly known effects is that it may cause slight water retention in your muscles. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it can make your muscles appear fuller. It doesn't mean that you're gaining fat. So why do people say creatine causes water retention? Well, creatine draws water into your muscle cells. This happens because every time you take a creatine pill, for example, your body will try to equalize the concentration of creatine between the inside and outside of your cells. The concentration of creatine will become higher inside the cell than outside of the cell. So water will flow into the muscle cells from the low creatine concentration area to the high creatine concentration area. This process is called osmosis. You'll notice your pants feeling tighter, but this isn't fat gain. It's simply water retention. But other than the water retention, let's go over some of the proven benefits of creatine. Creatine boosts strength and endurance for short, explosive movements. So if you're doing sprint drills or resistance training, you'll be able to perform better. It speeds up muscle recovery and reduces fatigue so you can squeeze out extra reps and train harder. And if you take creatine long term, it can improve lean muscle mass as long as you're also training consistently and progressively. But there are also some extra perks that are often overlooked. Creatine supports brain health and cognitive performance. There's also some very early research on creatine that shows it can be helpful for certain neurological conditions. For example, studies show that taking creatine can improve symptoms in those with Parkinson's disease and ALS, however. More research is needed to confirm these results. So when should you take it? Well, the most common time to take creatine is post-workout with carbs and protein. This is because you'll absorb more creatine this way, and it'll help replenish glycogen stores, which are usually depleted after a workout. This can help speed up recovery. However, if you forget to take it post-workout, don't worry. You can take it at any consistent time throughout the day. So long as you take it around the same time each day, your body will be able to adjust. Some people take it in the morning, others prefer to take it before or after their workout. Consistency is more important than timing. How long does it take to see results? It takes about 1 to 2 weeks of taking creatine daily to saturate your muscles with it. You won't experience any immediate benefits, so don't expect overnight results. Just be consistent and take it daily. So how much should you take? If you want to load your muscles with creatine faster, you can take 20 grams of creatine monohydrate per day for 5 to 7 days, split into 4 servings of 5 grams each. After the loading phase, you can drop down to a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams daily long term. Just take it daily and be consistent. What type of creatine should you buy? Creatine monohydrate is the gold standard for many reasons. It's been studied the most, and it's affordable compared to other types of creatine supplements. It's much more effective than buffered creatine or creatine hydrochloride, which have been shown to cause less stomach cramping. However, they're more expensive and you need to take more of them to get the same effect. So overall, creatine monohydrate is the best option because it's the most affordable and has the most research to back it up. Just make sure you avoid overhyped or overpriced blends that claim to be better than creatine monohydrate. These claims are not backed by science. If a company is trying to sell you a blend that costs twice as much, chances are it's just trying to make more profit. And finally, look for a brand that tests their products independently for quality and purity. Third-party testing is a good sign that the product is high quality. Now that you know the basics of creatine, I'll leave a few good options for creatine monohydrate below. And if you want to learn more about how to build muscle strength and power, check out the programs at our site. Our programs come with a full workout plan, a video exercise library, and a coach to guide you through the entire process. They're designed to save you years of trial and error that normally comes with building muscle strength and power. And now that you know all the benefits of creatine, I'm gonna guess that you're interested in maximizing your workout performance as well. Remember, supplements should only be used to support your training and diet. Nothing's gonna replace hard work, so get after it. Get strong, get big. Talk to you soon.